Hello, Academy 55, and everybody else who's watching and recording. David Kahn here on Monday, the 15th of September, 5 to 7 in the evening here in the UK, looking at the fortunes of the EUR USD, also the US 100, also known as the NAS100, on the 1 minute time frame with the Academy 55 indicators and strategy. So we have both of them up and running at the moment. I'm going to mark up the buy and sell zones on the 5 minute on both. So starting with the EUR USD, going to take off the indicators first. Go on the 5 minute time frame, and we'll see that we are actually. This is a trade I took earlier on, but at the moment, this. Oh, sorry, I put the indicators on by mistake. What we need to do is put on the horizontal ray for the sell zone. As you can see, we're not quite there yet, but also buy zone. And we're in between the zones at the moment. So we'll go back to the minute time frame, put the indicators on for that one. Going to move over to the NAS100. Again, take the indicators off and mark out the 5 minute. And as you can see, we are in the zone for the sell zone. Incidentally, US 100, also known as the NAS 100, is at an all-time high. Show you that in a minute. This is actually the all-time high it's ever been. So we wouldn't want to take any buys because we just haven't got any data for going any higher. So it's all about psychological levels and stuff like that, and you can't really operate on that. Meanwhile, the buy zone, well, the buy zone's way down here, so it's hardly worth marking up, to be fair, but we'll do it anyway. There's the buy zone down there. Going back on the minute, we're well into the sell zone on the US 100. So we're only after a sell, and that's the next one up on the on our alert system anyway. And let's have a look at the. We might be better off by taking a sell on the actual EUR USD, and this is what it's going to look like for the EUR USD. Keeping a minimum of 2 pips plus away. And that's what we look for with the EUR USD. And with the US 100, keeping a minimum of 2,000 units away, which is there. And there. And your 2% is way down there. So as you can see, long way to go for the US 100. But it is what it is. Like I said, we're in the sell zone for the US 100. It's the highest it's ever been, just very, very quickly. If I go on the daily, that is the highest it's ever been, the US 100. Look at all that imbalance down there. And there, needs to be filled. It's got a long way to go down. So we'll go back to the minute. But it's couldn't take a buy because we just don't know how high it's going to go because there is no data up here. So what goes up must come down eventually. They're taking advantage of Fed rate cuts at the moment, apparently. But we got them both here, so we can check them out. While we do that, let's have a look at your MC4. Make sure you've got your risk to reward in purple, your lot calc in purple, and you've got that all important 1% for your risk. I like to keep 2,000 units on the US 100, which is equivalent to 2 pips. So I wrote that in, and there we go, up there. Similarly, on the EUR USD, I like to keep a minimum of 2.2 pips. So it's 22 in there, which is 2.2 pips distance should anything happen. So we'll go down there, and this is where we stay at the moment. We're waiting for the EUR USD, a sell alert, or a US 100 sell alert on that one. But there's a long way to go on this because we are 2,000 units away. Which is about there. Anticipating that red trend line to turn red. The trend line is going to be where the stop loss is for the US 100 because that will be closest to the entry. Whereas difference between that and the EUR USD is the wave is, if that turns red, will be the closest to our entry on the EUR USD. So there's a bit of a difference there at the moment. But we're here looking at them both, and we're waiting to see. Nice to see some people here. Hello to you. I'm only doing 2 days this week because I'm on vacation as of tomorrow night, and I'll be back next Thursday. Yeah, I'm only going away for 7 nights. But details of what's happening about that while I'm away will be, you guys will know in good time. All the Academy 55 members, no problem at all. So on the EUR USD, I'll take the indicators off in a minute and go on the 4-hourly time frame, and we will discover that we got some imbalance on the 4-hourly candle there, but it's too far away for me to mark up really, because we're here at the moment. So, and the euro is pretty high against the dollar. So let's put the line chart on. Is there any significant areas? Not really, not on the 4-hourly. What about the hourly? Well, no. Well, you can see See this area here is a significant area, kind of 2 points there, and that's at 1.17581. So that's the only area. And I noticed that the trend is skimming along this line where we are now. But we won't mark that up. So that is for that one. Consequently, on the, like I said, we have no data for any higher than this because this is the highest it's ever been. Historical moments. So we'll go on to the hour chart, put it on a line chart, the US 100. And there's no significant lines to sort of go by. So there's no data where support and resistance might take place. That's okay, that's the way it is. So we'll put the indicators back on. And we'll the indicators back on for the EUR USD. Move it over there. Put the indicators back on for the US 100. And we just lie in wait, basically waiting for the sell alerts. There isn't much volume for the US 100 at the moment. When you consider this is just 2 pips. There seems to be a bit more volume on the EUR USD of anything at this moment in time, but things can change. Like I said, I wouldn't be contemplating a buy, although that one looked like it worked. Oh, we'll look at that. Long position, or did it? 2,000 units, which is there. But the oh no, it hasn't worked yet because you need the price to go all the way up to here for it just for you to get your 2 pips. And like I say, we've only got like just over 1% at the moment. What on about? There we go. Wouldn't be taking a buy because you're in the sell zone there. And you've got all that to go yet. So let's get rid of that, not to confuse people. So we'll just look and see if anything does happen. The thing I like about the US 100 is once it goes, it generally goes, but we've seen a lot of, having said that today, we've seen a lot of sideways movement because it's gingerly making its way up to the highest it's ever been. This is that actual area there, 24278. That's the highest it's ever been. And I needed to go 2,000 units with the equivalent of 2 pips with a big sell alert and everything red, red, red to even consider getting into that. But, you know, it could happen. Like I say, nice to see so many people on this morning, this evening, sorry. It's now 7:10 in the evening here in the UK. I did a trade this afternoon because the NAS100 was going up and up and up. So I caught this trade on the EUR USD. I recorded it. It was only 2 minutes long, so we might as well play this. Hello there, good afternoon and welcome. David Kahn here on Monday, the 15th of September 2025. It's nearly 20 to 3 in the afternoon here in the UK. I'm on the EUR USD, and as you can see, I am on a sell situation with the EUR USD. The US 100, which I usually favour this time of day, more over than the EUR USD, that at the time of recording is on an all-time high. So only taking sells, which has not happened. So I activated on this sell, and as you can see, we're waiting for it to reach its completion. So let's see how it does. I recorded this, I put it in the editor afterwards and put it on fast forward so we don't have to go through all of this every minute watching it go up and go down. As you can see, I nearly got out there, but luckily it turned right around. And as you'll see, I do get my 2%. I passed the 10% mark last week. So it's all on demo, but like I said, always say, I treat demo trades the same way as I do live. Right, while that's playing, we better get on and the MT4 on the US 100. This is live now, because as you can see, we have a sell alert as I play the last little bit of the recording this afternoon, just to completely confuse you. So as you can see, thanks to the last 2-minute candles, I've got my 2%. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next trade. Thanks very much. Bye for now. There we go. Just popped out there. That was this afternoon. So we have a situation where I'm on my MT4 now. Make sure you have your risk to reward in purple, your lot calc in purple, your all important 1% risk, and 2,000 units, the distance between there and there. That's what I like to keep, and that's the equivalent of 2 pips. If you're in the Forex world, of course, this is a commodity, so it's something different. And also, we've got this one brewing up. Now, I think I'd much rather prefer to stay with the good old EUR USD, really, because I do believe that this is concentrating, just creeping up and creeping up. So if anything happens with the EUR USD, well, we'll see. We've got a sell alert on the EUR USD. So I'll switch allegiances at the moment and go onto the EUR USD. Well, we had a sell alert on TradingView, but on my MT4, we haven't got the sell alert yet because the streams are slightly different. But we could get there eventually. So we could have ourselves a sell on the EUR USD, keeping 2.2 pips away as there. Make sure your risk reward is in purple, your lot calcs in purple. The all important 1% you risk per trade. The performance of the NAS100 has been sideways for the last, well, since 3 o'clock really, although it is tending to go up. The performance of the EUR USD has been slightly better, slightly more trending. So if anything, I think I'd like to, right, hang on, let's just wait here. This is where I want my stop loss to be. I think I might, the trend line looks like it might be going purple at any time. Let's put that up a bit. There we go. So if we go any deeper than that, I've got a nice sell on the EUR USD. The trend line looks like it could be going red at any time. We might have two trades actually going up. Good enough for me. I'm going to go with that. There we go. The trend line's turned red. Stop loss where the green wave meets the red wave. And why has that done that? Why have we got 1.23%? That's ridiculous. Oh well. I'll have to increase that down to 2% and just stick with 1.23. I'm not sure why that went to 1.23%. It's a shame if I get stopped out, but I've got imbalances down here, which is pleasing to see. Oh well, 3.2 pips. Let's just put that on. This is the NAS100, or paper trade this whenever we ever do get down there. So 3.2 pips. So that's 3.2 pips. My 2% is down to there. Is that right? Does that look okay? Yeah, because I'm above the purple line. I'm going to stick with this one. But we can watch the NAS100 as well. This is where the stop loss will be. We're not nowhere near getting entry yet. Like I said, the NAS100 is slowly going up and up and up. So I felt I was saying it already, but this is the highest it's been up here. And if we're talking about psychological levels, I suppose the next psychological level will be up there. So we could see the NAS100 going all the way up there, if anything. So that's why although the US 100 is in the sell zone, this is the sell zone. So technically, there is a sell to be had on the NAS100. But obviously, I'm only taking one trade because I'm only allowed to take one trade because I took a trade this afternoon. Following the rules, keeping your discipline. This is interesting. If I go on the NAS 100 a minute, we've already got that marked up. We're already in that trade, so it doesn't make any difference. But if I take the indicators off, go on the 5-minute time frame, now you can see a buy zone has taken place here. So, I mean, it's following the fact that we've got sideways movement. So you wouldn't want to be taking a sell now because you'll be in the buy zone. So that's another reason why not to take the NAS100. So let's go back to the minute time frame for the NAS100. See what happens with that. And this is where we are. So I'll be on tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning here in the UK for the Academy of 55 members. Last day for me tomorrow because of my vacation. And I'm back the later part of next week. Right, let's see what gives here. Keep moving this one along. Although we would just be paper trading this because we know there's a big buy zone down here. So I wouldn't be interested in this one anyway. There has been no buy zone up here, or has there? Or has things changed? I'm sorry. Let's get on a minute there. Get on the 5 minute on this one. No, because there's a sell zone up there. We haven't been in a sell zone, but we've got loads of imbalance down here that we know price needs to get into, but it will do it in its own sweet way. So that's where we are. There's my trade on my MT4 on the EUR USD. Red trend, parrots are above, red volume ribbon, sell alert, red wave, where the stop loss goes, and hopefully we'll go down to get our 2%. I'm just holding it here. Got exactly the same here on my trading view. So I can have a look at the US 100 as well. Meanwhile, while that's going, let's play this.
Hi, this is Steve with a very short video to show you where to get the training for the indicators and tools we use inside Academy 55. So once you're logged into the members area, you'll see in the premium dashboard this section that's entitled Start Learning. And if you click here, that'll take you through to the learning library. Now, we'll say at this point, we highly recommend you watch each of these videos 2 or 3 times to get a full understanding of how everything works. Here you'll find tutorials on using the MT4 Trade Assistant and how to use the MT4 platform with the Trade Assistant. This is the longest video you'll find inside the platform. It's around 30 minutes long, well worth your time. Watch the video once, then maybe write a few questions down that you might have for yourself and watch the video for a second time, and things will really start to make sense. By the time you watch it 3 times, you'll fully understand how everything works. So that's the longest video. It's about 30 minutes long, well worth your time. And then you can jump into individual trainings here for how to remove indicators. These videos are just a couple of minutes long. How to move MetaTrader around like you can in TradingView, Trading Assistant controls, how to do back testing in TradingView, how to draw vertical lines to mark out your hour, and so much more. And by the time you watch this video or see this video, there might be other trainings in this section. But everything here is well worth your time, and you find that, as I said a moment ago, from the main dashboard in the Start Learning section. Now, one more thing just to mention here. If you're looking for anything in particular, if you come down to the support name of FAQs, click on Get Support, and in this area you'll find a detailed FAQ section, and you can come through here. For example, if you're looking for an answer to a question about MetaTrader, have a look through these, and once you click through you'll find direct links to videos that give you answers to most of the questions that we get asked on a regular basis. So hopefully you found this useful, and back to your further training.
Yes, thanks very much, Steve. Right, indeed, back to the further training. By the way, all trades taken on here are for educational purposes only. I do want to keep stressing that. But this is where we are at the moment with a trade I've taken on the EUR USD. Going sideways, unfortunately, a little bit. And according to data, backtesting, etc., because this trade price had not gone into the sell zone on the 5-minute time frame. The sell zone's up here somewhere. There's a 65% win rate with these, which is still good odds. But we have about a 75% win rate if price had gone into the sell zone on the 5-minute. So I'm just keeping up there like that. But like I say, we're going sideways at the minute, on the minute. Interesting. We've got just going to take this off here. Go on to this one to mark out the buy zone. Now the buy zone starts there. So really, I mean, I wouldn't want to be taking a sell, but we'll keep it marked up anyway. That's just so we can keep an eye on the US 100, also the EUR USD. That's the EUR USD, this one here. And this one is the US 100. That's the buy zone and the sell zone. So it looks pretty much that if the indicators are anything decent, that this is going to basically go sideways. We'll see. We'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw open the chat line, and if anybody wants to speak on an Academy 55 member about what they've seen here today, please just put a Y in chat, and then I'll open up your microphone, and then you can chat to me if you want to. If not, we'll just keep on watching this like it is doing. No problem at all. The time now is 7:30 p.m. here in the UK. Watching the EUR USD and the US 100. Actually I have got a trade going on the EUR USD. It's going sideways, which is I'm not particularly thrilled about, but the price will do what it's going to do. Waiting for it to come down and hopefully throw that parallel SAR above. And incidentally, whatever it is at 8 o'clock, I'm going to call that a day. Oh, well, that was a how far was that? That was 68. Only a pip, but it looked pretty dramatic, didn't it? Although it's only a pip. It's picking up orders. So big buy order coming now. That's about 10 million pounds or dollars. I'm not sure which it is actually, pounds or dollars. It is a big difference, but that's how much it takes to move one pip. So if somebody invested 10 million, either dollars or pounds, probably dollars actually, $10 million, 68.2, 68.1 to 69.7. So about $15 million worth there. In one foul swoop because it went up like that. Of course, I'd really like to see this parallel SAR come down and throw that one up above price. So it's heading the right way. This it's going back into the sell zone again. So it doesn't mean anything really. This one is purely going sideways. So big orders coming in for the buys, aren't there? On the EUR USD. I think we'll do away with that one. That's a bit pointless having that there. It's just confusing you. I'm not interested in the US 100 because of that. So we'll concentrate on the EUR USD. The biggest problem with the EUR USD is the fact that the sell zone is up here. We've got caught in sideways motion. Let's have a look. Right, very near to be kicked out for a 1% loss, which is not a big deal. Purely sideways now. Bit of a shame. But again, this time of the night is not ideal for the EUR USD. And indeed, I have got kicked out of that trade. It was down a bit actually there. So, Not a lot else one can say about that. If anybody's got anything they want to say in chat, please do feel free. Keep it open for another 2 minutes. I'm back on again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Hope to see you guys with me tomorrow morning. That'll be my last one for the week. So what I can do now is I can mark this up while we're waiting. Copy the link. Get my journal. Move my journal over to the monitor. This is all the ones that gave me that 10% achieved. And these are all the ones I've done on demo. So put the screenshot in. It was the EUR USD. It was at the time between 7 and 8 this evening. Monday. Drag it down. Yeah, Monday. It was a sell. Unfortunately, it lost. So that means I was -1. So overall, I am 14.2%. A total win rate live and demos is 71%, which is not a bad rate at all of winners and losers. And so that's there for you guys to see anytime you want in the back office of Academy 55. I hate it when that happens. I hope this doesn't come down and because if you're going to lose, you want to lose well. But it is what it is. 1% loss, which is no big deal at all. We'll get it all back tomorrow, I'm sure. So nothing in chat, so that's fine. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, UK, and we'll speak to you then. Olga saying thank you. Thank you for being here, Olga. I hope you get a bit out of it. And we'll speak to you. Having a great evening and speak to you guys tomorrow. Cheers for now. Bye.